Good to go. Good to go. Hey, Wagwan, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Quarantings, we're in the
Welcome
building.
back.
We're back at it again.
We got a real interesting one this week.
Yeah, something that, we'll see at the end how you feel. I'm not going to lie. When you brought this topic up originally,
You weren't that into it.
Not that I wasn't into it. I was more like, you brought up something that I'm pretty sure you don't believe in.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
Again, we'll see. But when initially it was brought up, I was like, this sounds like something Kristen is not about at all. So I was like, maybe she just thinks I'm some kind of sucker. Like, I'm like that. So she was
just trapping you.
Yeah, she was like trying to set me up, which is fine if you try to set me up. But like, I was like,
No, this is not a setup. This is a genuine topic that I'm genuinely interested in exploring with you.
Okay. So then tell the people what we exploring.
The topic is love at first sight.
And no, this isn't some cheesy movie.
No, you are not watching the Hallmark Channel.
And no, this isn't a preview of Kristen's third movie in the works. This is
no,
an
I'm not
actual
testing
topic.
out plot lines. No,
This is an actual topic.
This is an actual topic that you would be surprised I have pondered to a great degree in my life.
Okay, all right, that's fair. So then I guess I feel like we got to start out. We got to define it first. Like
yes.
Like you say, love at first sight.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And obviously the biggest thing is like the love versus lust, because like I've talked about before, guys, we don't spend a lot of time on this whole like, ooh, what's our white picket fence gonna be like?
Right.
Like, is our dog's name gonna be Spot? All these things. We're mostly like, damn, she fine. She gonna be good in hopefully my bedroom. And then like we'll think about the other stuff, when we get to it. But
there's a great line from Pride and Prejudice, which is such a chick flick, but
yeah, I was about to say I ain't watched it.
The friend says, there's plenty of time to get to know each other after the marriage.
I mean,
that just reminded me of that.
She not wrong. Like,
ironically, your men are dogs comment reminded me of Pride and Prejudice.
Hey, we out here. We all thinking the same. We just labeling it different. It's fine. But it sounds like Shorty was on the right track. Yeah. Now, I don't know about the getting to know each other after marriage part. Like, seems like a little bit more commitment that I'm ready for.
I mean, slightly.
Yeah, but I the premise, I'm not against it.
You appreciate the sentiment.
I'm not against it. That's for sure.
Well, we already were like sort of getting into this in the pre-talk of our recording. I was like, all right, let's like plan out what we're doing
in the studio meeting.
In a general outline kind of way. And I was like, well, I don't think that it's like that. And you were like, see, this is exactly the topic. I don't equate it this way because like you were saying, like in episodes that we've already had, you've described the fact that like men don't have this like, I don't know if it's a list or if it's just like a running dialogue in their mind that women have. It's just like the way that they're analyzing potential suitors.
We run stuff as animals.
Yeah.
Like, let's just call it savages, if you will. Mm-hmm. And, so we think in a much more basic terms, at least on the initial. Like, we get to your guys' level, but, we all know women is smarter, like, so we just slower, okay?
Right.
And so it's like, with that first time, we're just like, hey, hot? Yes, no? Would I sleep with her? Yes, no? Would I wake up the next day and be mad about it? Yes, no?
Right.
And once we've hit yes on, no on the last one, but yes on the first two and no on the last one, we're good to go. Like, let's
have you ever been pursued by a woman who you didn't immediately think was super hot, but then like you came around to the idea and was like, wait, I am into this?
Well, first of all, unfortunately, the Luminator hasn't really been pursued by any females in life.
But this is what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I will say there is I can think of one instance where there was a female that apparently thought I was like extremely attractive and made it known. And I had known her before she had made it known, and I thought she was like, whatever,
Okay.
Once I found that out, it bumped her up a little bit. Like, it did bump her up, because I was like, oh, wow, okay. That's different. Like, so I'm here for that. But
okay, so the fact that you found out that she was interested in you bumped her up.
Correct.
To you.
Correct.
Okay.
But again, I had her at like a kind of mid-tier.
Yeah.
So it was like I probably would have slept with her anyways eventually at some point. It just helped that I knew like she was about it. So it was like, okay, well, then that's I like that.
See, I don't know if women are like. I mean, of course, sometimes like everybody is sometimes happy when someone expresses interest in them.
Correct. It just happens for women a lot more.
Right. Like I can think of times where it was like I was more like put off by the fact
that you found out that
yeah, like it's not just I don't think it's an automatic thing in the mind of a woman of just because you're interested in me, I'm automatically more interested in you.
Well, and yeah, but I think that's goes to the thing of like how many suitors do you have, and like
yeah,
and also like you said, women don't think in the like 30 seconds of da da da, and then the 4 minutes of.
I think it's an analytical thing. I mean, of course, it's somewhat to do with number of suitors, but I would almost say more that it's really more to do with like the way you're thinking things through, like to your what you said in the other episode about like guys don't really have like a friend zone list.
Well, yeah, no,
like women do, and there are guys on every woman's friend zone list that are both like not attractive and super hot to them.
Disappointing. Yeah, that friend zone list, like we gotta get rid of that. But yeah, I mean that's probably true. Like, cause I mean, like I think about the example that I just brought up. Like, even though like she was like a friend, like we were all friends, like you know, at that time, like the only reason I didn't even like look at her in whatever space was because I knew she had a boyfriend. So I was like, well, you're just like eliminated. Because that's what I do. Like, I guess I don't do, like, most guys, I don't really do, like, friend zone lists.
Yeah.
But I do, like, elimination based on your situation. So it's like, if I know you got a man, I just don't, like, my mind is already thinking too many things. I don't need to put any energy into that.
Which ironically, for some women, that particular stat is not even a factor on the friend zone list.
Non-motherfucking factor, bitch. Yeah, so that's the worst part. It's
not even a fact. Like, I feel like it's very noble of you to even be saying this. Like, I'm impressed. Because, like not... I mean... You know what I mean? Like,
let's not get this twisted. Like, in this particular example that I'm bringing up, I definitely did lead to their breakup, so I don't feel that great.
But again, she was like pursuing you.
Correct. She did find an interest, so whatever. Like, it's not my fault. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I just don't think the whole making the friend zone list exists. So we are very into the possibility of the love at first sight. Because there'd be some females I'd be like, yo, I'll marry you tonight. And I'm not talking like, oh, we in Vegas. Like, I'll be like, no. I'll call my dad. We'll set up the craziest Ugandan Kabaka style wedding tomorrow.
Like, you're ready.
Like, let's go. Coming to America. Like, let's go.
But that you're basing that, 90% off their looks?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
So do you really, I mean, how serious are you? How serious are you being with those statements? Like,
well, here's my thing. Just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't like people that wouldn't be about their word. So, like, if I go and tell you that I'm going to marry you,
okay,
then I'm going to marry you. Now, we may end up getting divorced, but I'm probably not going to be the one to initiate it. But, like, I will think of, like, oh, well, what would our life be like, based on however long our interaction has been. Hopefully more than 5 minutes, because you should need that. But I have no problem, like, having a whole night out, let's say, and being like, oh yeah, that's it. That's wifey material right there.
Agreed.
Are you agreeing? Because I feel like the way you're looking at me, you're really not agreeing. You're just saying it for the people.
No. I'm agreeing to the extent that like I've had those experiences myself, where I'm just like, yeah, that's like yeah. I don't know. I hesitate to say like that.
I must say, so you can't even get the words out. So, like you're agreeing. You're only agreeing with the concept. But
no, it's just that I don't. As a person who's not sure, like that they would ever be married. Like I don't think about it in those kinds of like you said, like that's wifey. She's wifey material. I could see my future with her. Like da da da. Like I don't know that I ever think about anyone that way. Because I'm just not sure I would actually like get married.
But you don't have to get married to have love at first sight.
Agreed.
The only person.
That's what I mean by like I understand conceptually what you're saying, and I've had those moments where it's like, oh yeah, that person's like really it. Like I really am in love with them. But it's not like.
And then you're like, what the fuck, Kristen? Get out of here.
No,
Stop it.
no.
Don't look at him no more.
No. Usually it's more just like, let me play the long. Like the guys that I really, really am into, then it's, and I feel like this is true for a lot of women. It's like, okay, let me play the long game with this one, and that doesn't mean that I necessarily like I'm not gonna fuck them or not gonna whatever express interest on the more PG level, but like it's more just in my mind of like. Even you saying, "Oh, if I told them and then I'd stick to my word," I would never tell the person.
Well, yeah, you would never say it though. But that, yeah,
I would never say it.
And that's you. But I mean, honestly, God, in all my life, I can only probably think of maybe like 4, maybe 5 females that like the night that I met them, I was like, yeah, you would be
You're
it.
it.
You
right,
would be
you're
it. Like 100%.
And I guess I don't know. I guess I should clarify. Like I do see myself being in like a serious
committed
relationship. I do in the future.
So you're not putting non-monogamous in your Tinder profile?
No. But that may or may not include like traditional marriage, like having a wedding,
which is fine. Yeah, no, like the actual like act of getting married. Frankly, it isn't for everyone. So like that part doesn't bug me at all. But
or just even like not there's weddings and then there's marriages. So like first of all, weddings I am just like cannot even picture myself in that kind of situation at all.
You're so lucky you got a choice.
It would take a guy to really be like, no, like I've always wanted this, my family, and I really would be happy to fuck with that guy, and I don't know, I don't see that happening.
I was about to say, wow, that guy won a whole lot of pools, right?
And then the marriages, like, I hesitate to ever bring up marriages with men because, like, again, I don't see it necessarily like in this traditional sense, like not in terms of monogamy or non-monogamy. I more mean like. I see myself in a very hectic career that includes a lot of travel, and like I don't know if I would really be like cohabitating with this person in a house in the suburbs with a white picket fence, as you love to say.
Hey, if DJ Pauly D can find love, girl, you can too.
No, that's fine. But like even I literally was just telling my mom 2 days ago, I was like, I literally could see myself being married to somebody that we don't live together and like only ever see each other when we take trips together.
He's a tax break and a vacation bro. Like it's fine. Like,
but we're married.
Yeah, exactly.
And both happy with it.
And that's perfectly fine. I am like, I will take a shot to that guy because I feel bad for him already. But I'm sure he'll be happy because you're probably gonna be making a lot of money and he's gonna be having a great life.
Well, that's
so
what I mean. Like there's no feeling bad for anyone. It'd be great.
I can still feel bad. It sounds like it's gonna be great for you, but
well, no. I mean, obviously, he'd have to be like with that as well. I'm not trying to just I mean, unless I'm just like whatever. My first husband will just be one of my fans, and I'll just be like, no.
Well, maybe you just go to Utah, get like 3 husbands, and you can have one that's like a
I don't. That's too. That's too much. That's too much time.
What are you talking about? Time?
That would be just too much work.
I feel like it'd be easy.
No.
Especially if you're traveling all the time, hectic. I feel like that'd be pretty easy.
I don't know. But in any case, so I agree conceptually with what you're saying of like you meet someone and you're just like that person is it. Like da da da. Now my question to you is, you said what 4 times?
Like 4 or
4-ish? 5, yeah. Okay. So where are these people?
Not with me, obviously.
But like what? Where? I mean, like.
I think.
What's the play with them? Like, are you still in love with them or no?
Only one of them.
Okay, so you're in love with one of them. So where is this girl?
Hating. No, I'm pretty sure they are in a relationship.
Okay.
Newly formed relationship.
So again,
whatever.
like you're playing the long game then.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the other ones they are married, so I'm like, I respect that. Obviously, like, bye. Mm-hmm. The relationship one, I'm like, I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. I'm still here. Shout out, keep shooting my shot, so to speak.
Yeah.
But. Yeah,
but you have expressed your feelings to this person, or no?
This person knows 100%.
Okay.
This person knows 100% that.
Okay.
I would be like, let's go to Jared tomorrow. I'll talk to Fred this weekend. We get it set it up for next week because if anybody could throw together some crazy ass like wedding in a week, my dad could do it. So I would trust him to like help me out and do the whole.
And
thing.
how well do you know this person?
I've known him for years.
Years.
Yes.
So well.
Yeah, I would say well.
Okay.
Yes.
But you wouldn't say that this is like a friend or not really? It's just a.
I mean, we friends because we're not
you're
dating.
Right. But it's not like it's like your friend and like. I feel like there's a difference between you have like a close friend that you could be like. People have close friends and they're like, yeah, I could see myself being happy with that person.
See,
opposed to like they're your friend because you know each other and you're not dating, but it's not like it's your friend.
This is one of these new school things that I've seen that I don't necessarily agree with. Kind of a little sidebar topic. Mm-hmm. I'm not really one of those guys that has like, wow, you are my super tight friend and you're female.
Oh, you don't have like close female friends?
I mean, my sister,
okay,
my cousin, like family that are females, yes. But as far as like just some female that I met, nah. Like I'm not really about that life. I don't understand it. It's weird to me.
Why?
Because I'm like, you guys do a lot of things that are couple-y things, but because you guys are BFFs, everybody just has to allow it to be BFFs, but it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, somebody got feelings, and they just not coming out. Somebody's playing the long game, as you said. But I'm like, that long game ain't going to win because the person who's not playing that game ain't looking at you like that. Normally the female because friend zone, like you've also said. And I'm just like, it's just not a good look to me. Like, I don't understand it because I'm like, how do you have that much self-control to just never come out and be like, dang, you came over and we drank a bottle of wine and watched freaking Bridesmaids for the 5th time while you talked about this other sucker-ass dude that didn't work out when I've been around here for, X amount of time. Like, I just don't think that works. Like, to me, that just doesn't work. Like, conceptually, I don't get it. Personally, I don't get it. Like, I see, like, I have friends and, people that are like that.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Like, I just, like.
It just doesn't click for you.
No. And especially if I know they have not, or excuse me, if I know they have slept together. Because then I'm like, well, like, and I know we've talked about the whole
but I feel like that's more,
thing,
that's more, but
no,
they're I agree with you on that point. If you know that they've slept together, it's like, well, your friend, you can be friends. Obviously, I already expressed that I'm for the friend hookup, and that's fine, but it's not like you guys are just like truly like best friends at that point.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
It don't make no sense.
Now, but to your whole speech up to that point, surprises no one that I'm of the exact opposite situation.
Of course you are.
I have all kinds of male friends, and it's strictly platonic. And we like value each other's friendship the same way I have female friends or cousins or whatever. I value their friendship. It has nothing to do with it.
Nah, I don't like. I guess
I wouldn't. Let me put it this way: like your thing about like come over, share a bottle of wine, watch a movie, like da. I don't do that with my male friends. So like I agree with you that that's weird because at that point it's like,
well, yeah, because you're putting me to a level that is the highest level, which is great if I'm only your like.
But I do
only
like
friends.
What do I do with my male friends? I do things like go to a game. Or
so you go do guy stuff.
I mean, that's not guy stuff to me. I love sports.
Yeah, which is fine. But, like, Saturdays for the boys. Like, we get it.
I mean, but okay, fine. Another example. Like, we'll go do, like, we'll go to the beach.
Okay. So,
or something like that.
I guess my question is, other than, like,
or we'll have lunch. Like,
which is fine. Like, everybody eats.
Yeah.
Like, so what I'm saying is that other than, like, the bottle of wine thing or whatever, which maybe I actually don't even see you doing that with your female friends.
Well, yeah, exactly, which I don't do with
that.
So
then my question is, like, is there anything you do with your female friends that you wouldn't do with your guy friends?
I mean, the first immediate thing that comes to my mind is, like, get ready. Like, a lot of times, like, my female friends come to my house and we get ready. Like, particularly if it's for an event, like a wedding or something.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But that's just, like, logistical. That
it's not logistical. You'd be surprised. It's not always about logistical. Like, you're getting ready for
a long
2
time.
hours and you
I know.
chat and you
Which
play music and
which
you
a
have
guy
fun and
doesn't
drink.
need to do. That's what I'm saying. So like,
Yeah,
if
but it
you,
doesn't take me 2 hours to get ready. It takes me 45 minutes to get ready, and the rest of the time is spent like gossiping and drinking and playing music and having fun.
So why wouldn't you do that with your guy friend then?
Because like it's just like a girl thing. I don't know, like getting ready.
Yeah. See, yeah, no, you're not. You're
But
not,
okay, I have a
feel
better.
like you're not
I have
winning
a
this.
better example. Shopping.
Okay.
I don't shop with guys. I would shop with my girlfriend though.
Because we're not good at it.
You asked me what the examples were. Like there are things that I would do with my guy friends versus my girlfriends.
Yeah, I feel like these are just like basic things though. Like I don't know.
So even if they are, so what's your point? Your point is that
my point is that like you're basically saying that you guys you're fine with everyone being on the same level. There's just literally like, oh, I don't need you for this. I don't need you for this.
it's not that I wouldn't go shopping with a guy.
Correct.
Friend. It's just that like most of the time it's that I know they don't care to go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would more prioritize the activity based on like which of my actual friends, not even man or woman, but like which of my actual friends is going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's hear it. What's wifey material? Give me the rundown.
All right, Luminator's wifey material. Now again, this is definitely. I'm not going to pretend to speak for all men, though I probably speak for a majority. But I just want to point that out there. Disclaimer. Like, I know that there are different situations and people like different things. It's fine. I don't really fucking care. This is the thing.
Yes.
So after we get past the initial, like, hot damn, you're very attractive.
Okay, attractive. Number
Like, now we got to start going to the...
Is there a too attractive? Some
Yeah.
people would say yes.
Yeah. There's the, like, I like to call it the lady in the red dress. Like,
Okay.
you're very fine and you know you fine and you walk around like you know you fine.
But that's more arrogant. Like, I'm talking about strictly looks, though.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, their looks. Like, again, lady in the red dress. Like, I couldn't
So you're not trying to wife a 10?
I mean, you would love to pretend that in theory, but no. Like,
Okay.
No, because you got to be real secure, which I'm not, to be out here being like, I like to go out and have fun and be in public, but be out here walking with a 10, knowing full well I'm with a bunch of drunks that are going to come out here trying to shoot their shot with my.
I feel like that's like
I can't do that.
More common than not that like both. Isn't that a thing? I feel like even women do say that sometimes. Like you want to be with you want to be like a.
I mean, I feel like women want to get a dude that they
like
can
the dad
turn
bod.
into. Yeah,
women love the dad bod.
They love the dad bod till they turn him into not the dad bod. They want to like it's like the project. They like.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't see a lot of relationships where the guy's like, "Damn, girl, let's get to the gym and get to working out," like because it's obviously just thrown as an insult, as opposed to like female will find some scheming. Like I said, scheming. They'll find some scheming way to convince the dude like I gotta start working my ass off, getting on the treadmill.
Maybe, I don't know. I just like to be a little bit more attractive than my guys. But anyway, go on.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. And most females do want to be above a guy in the ratings. But that's why I said 2 rating difference.
Not a lot. Yeah,
2 rating
2
difference.
points.
2 points. Otherwise,
2 points. Otherwise, it's too much.
It ain't gonna work out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, after you've dealt with the looks portion, like then there is the how is she with your crew?
Okay.
So like. A wifey material girl, like she's not gonna call your guys like bros or something like that. At least in my opinion, she's not gonna say the word.
Okay.
But she gets along with the dudes. She can do a little of the busting of the chops. Doesn't need to be like crazy, like sarcastic or insulting, whatever. But like she can handle.
She can chop it up a little.
She can handle whatever their vibe is.
Yep.
Doesn't take it any kind of way, whether it's them going at her and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's like, okay. Oh, I like to see that.
Yep.
When you see her, because everybody has, experiences with their parents or whatever, but like me, like, how do I think you would act with my parents?
Okay. Yep.
And if I think you would be ridiculous in the way that maybe I'm seeing you out, like if we're out at the bar, like you're a little too wild, like maybe you out here flashing your hoo-ha, doing your thing, like
doing a sex podcast and spilling all your diary secrets.
Then I might be like, you know what? I don't think F and F need to meet you. I like you cool, but I don't know if we gonna be like that. I don't know if you can go like so the vibe.
But you realize you're doing that. Like, I was making a joke about myself, but it also applies to the fact that, that you yourself are doing that, and yet you're saying you don't want a girl that does that. Okay,
correct.
continue.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, you brought up the exact the thing about the podcast. I actually wouldn't care about the podcast because I know that
I'm mostly kidding.
I know that my parents would never listen to it so, because they don't have that. They'll never hear this, so it doesn't make a difference.
What about what about like a bikini girl, Instagram girl?
So, I mean that part is kind of iffy to me because
social media in general.
If you're like somebody who's on social media, let's say you have like 15,000 followers. Mm-hmm. I know how thirsty dudes are. I'm a guy. So, the fact that you are hot and got a bunch of followers, really don't care.
Okay.
So, I can't really judge that, especially, like, right off jump.
Okay.
Now,
I thought you were going to say the opposite. I thought you were going to say you wouldn't like it because you don't want a guy, like, a different guy, like, dogging your girl.
No, I mean, it's going to happen regardless, to be honest.
Okay.
Like,
some guys would say, like...
No, I feel like if I'm picking a girl, she gonna be fine. So
Okay.
there's just gonna be that natural hate that will come regardless. So
fair,
nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
But going back to your point about the 10, I just don't want to have to deal with it every day that I go out.
Yeah, just literally nonstop.
Yeah, so I'm
right.
at least let me, whatever.
Yeah.
So that would be, I wouldn't mind that at all. The other thing, I feel like most wifey materials, there will be a moment in like a night out or an outing or whatever it is, where they'll do something, and you'll be like, most bitches would not do that.
In a good way.
Yeah, and I don't know. I can't really give you like example of like what it is, but like
for you or just
it doesn't have to be for me. It could be for the group. Like, let's say that some girl that came out that's one of my friends that this girl does not know, has no ties to whatsoever, gets in some situation, and this girl comes over to defend or protect or make sure that she's good before I even have the opportunity to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And find that out. I'm like, no offense, not a lot of girls will do that. I know we talked about, there's some girls that love this whole like mama mentality thing.
Right.
But like, if you're single and doing that's like, okay.
But and also it indicates that like she's on some level she's doing it for who she's with. Like she might not know that girl, but she's doing it for the people that she is there with.
Maybe.
Or whatever.
Depending on the situation. But
she just goes out of her way to do something nice.
Correct. There's something that happens that you see that and you're like, I don't see a lot of females do that shit.
Okay.
For people they don't know or people that they just met.
Yeah.
And that is like okay. You're a kind of good person vibe that I'd like.
Right. It's basically what you're saying is you witness them being a superior person and not superior negatively, like a good person.
Yeah, no, I
you witness them doing something,
some act of kindness or
something
gratuity that's just like not the norm that I would see out in whatever scenario we're in.
Right.
So that's always like okay, that's a wifey. Mm-hmm. And then like. Probably the last thing would be just like talking to them.
Okay.
Like what they are saying. Because, honestly, even like if you go on a first date, you're not going to get the full scope of that person on that first date. Like,
no,
it's just, it's impossible. But they're going to give you a certain vibe that either feels genuine or doesn't.
So you're not talking about like how well the date is going. You're talking about them as a person.
Correct. Because, I could be out on a very shitty date.
Yeah.
But know that female is wifey material. Like,
right.
Just based on her mood, answers, vibe, everything. Like, I could know, this date ain't going well for me, but I know that girl's wifey material, 100%. So I don't think it needs to be, just personable to me on the date to know that they are wifey material. And there are, I guess friends that I know now that are with other people that I'm like, they are wifey material. Like, I'd be mad at the situation that they're in now if that person didn't end up wifing them up, because what the fuck are you doing? Like, it don't make no sense. But no, I don't know. Like, I just think it's very easy to know.
That's a good list. I feel like that's a fair and reasonably accurate list that I can't.
Yeah, she's like, I can't relate to.
Yeah,
she's like, I don't have a hubby. Yeah, do you guys even what is the term for wifey material for females? Like, is there something like?
I mean, shit, you're asking the wrong bitch. I don't fucking know.
It's
I
like,
don't know.
It's like sometimes I think about that. I'm like, just like, like we were talking about like the girl guy BFF thing, and I think of like females that are BFF. They will take videos where they like making out or doing crazy things. Cause
Oh
they
yeah,
can
I've
just
made
do
out with
it.
all my best girlfriends. All of them.
Yeah, but it's like when it's your guy, quote unquote, best friend, like you just don't do that.
No.
Yeah, but it's like, but technically you don't look at them differently. You just don't do that with the guys. But
Correct.
you think of them on the same level. And I just wonder about those, like, that's definitely probably another podcast, is like those things that females do with their females or guys do with their guys that if it was the other way,
You would just
wouldn't
do that.
And that was one
Like
thing.
go to the bathroom. That's like the most common one.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
the
not
girls
like, hey
all
Joe, let's go. You ready? We gotta go pee, bro. You gotta go pee. Like I
He's like, yes, I would. Group bathroom sesh, you're in. He's ready for it.
All right, I guess I gotta start asking now. Damn, my bad. I didn't know.
I mean, just to like shed a little bit of light on that. I feel like people talk about this all the time, so we don't need to get into it too much. But just to shed the tiniest little bit of light, there's always a line. You want to bring somebody that you can pass the time with. For one thing, like it's like
yeah, I must say females always have a longer line at the bathroom.
Straight up at a bar on a Saturday night, you're gonna be standing in that line for a good 10 minutes. You don't want to be drunk standing in line by yourself. I mean, that is why like then you get into the situation where it's like girls that don't even know each other be in the bathroom like hyping each other up. And telling each other all the time.
Everybody ends up on everybody's Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. We're all in line together and we're all just like drunk. Like, so yeah, you bring your friends, and there's any number of other reasons, but just to like be practical for a second.
That is logical. That I didn't really think about it that way, but I can't argue that fact. Yes, you guys always seem to have a line because as a guy, I definitely have had many occasions where I went into the men's restroom only to find a woman walking out because she was like, "Fuck it, I'm not waiting in that line."
Exactly.
And I'm like, you know what? I respect that.
Yeah.
And so, okay, all right, that's fair. I guess that's fair.
I don't know. I use the word, but back to your original question though. Are you saying just like the term? Or are you saying
so
like the list?
like what's the like equivalent? Like, first of all, I know you ain't got no list, so like I'm not really worried about that because just something strikes me you not out here evaluating motherfuckers like that.
Well, okay. First of all, I use the word hubby a lot.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know if that's common or not, but I say that.
I've heard it many times, but
I refer to my. You know how I said I use boyfriend to mean like literally anything?
Yes.
Well, if like my friends who are in like actual relationships, I don't call them their boyfriend, I call them their hubby. So it's just like everything is like ratcheted down. All the terms are like
even if they're not actually married,
100%. Yeah.
You call it okay.
I just be like, how's hubby?
So like this is more serious because you're the hubby, like
right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Christian's Dictionary. Shout out.
Because I like to speak in extreme terms. Anyway, so but to your point of the list. Like I was kind of already touched on, like there is this thing of like, are they? I'm always evaluating if I think the person is like gonna want this like quote unquote traditional lifestyle all the time. So like I would say that's definitely on my proverbial list that doesn't exist. Like I don't really have a list because I'm not really that worried about it.
Yeah.
But proverbial list that doesn't exist, definitely the top thing is like how much are they gonna like want to. Eventually, even if they're not at that point at this moment, gonna get to this, like, I want to buy a house and have kids and a dog.
You hear that, guys? My wife pick a fence thing. Don't ever say that.
Don't ever say that shit to me.
Don't slide in the DMs with that. Do not. Say, I want your success. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So there's that, and then like, actually tied with number one is like, are they gonna be threatened by me being successful and like the celebrity in our relationship, because I'm gonna be the celebrity.
Yeah, so you're gonna be the shy. You're gonna be okay. Right. So like,
there's definitely guys that not that I'm like this isn't an amp. Like I'm saying, there's a type of guy that could potentially show interest in me because I am fun and like outgoing, but that who when push comes to shove is actually gonna be threatened by that down the line. Because they're not going to be comfortable with letting me be the one to shine above them on a normal basis. Not that I'm actually better. I'm not saying I'm actually better. Correct. I'm just saying like I'm like out here in the public eye more.
Yeah, there's some men that cannot handle that situation.
Yeah,
I understand.
And no, not even to be like shady. Like I'm not even saying like you're an insecure man. Like no, I'm just saying like they're all different types of people and like men and women. There's plenty that couldn't handle it if their partner was just like
everybody has a different comfort level. Like there's a lot of guys, I probably even put myself in this, where it's like, yeah, like we would all love to date Beyonce or Rihanna or whoever.
Would you, yeah, exactly.
But then it's like when I think about like, okay, so what's my life like? What's a normal week being the boyfriend of Rihanna like?
Right.
It's probably not that great.
Right.
Like,
right. Unless
I'm also a star or like I'm out there like if I'm just a normal dude, if I'm just me.
Oh, if you're you?
Like, if I'm just me.
If you're you dating Rihanna, you're not going to have that much fun. Except unless you're just cool to be in the background and date Rihanna and
basically I'd just be her
spend
little,
her money.
I'm gonna say I'd just be her little sugar dumpling and get some sex on the side sometimes. Right. Like that'd be about it.
But that's exactly where I'm at. Is I'm thinking like when I'm evaluating a guy, I'm like, and I'm not always evaluating every guy in terms of the long term. So it's not like I'm putting every guy I meet into one of these two categories. But when I do think about the long term, I'm thinking, are you the type that would be willing to be what you just described, which is like,
hey, trophy husband, so to speak. Not husband,
you can be my trophy husband, or are you like seriously like you have like you got it going on as much as I do, but in a completely different arena, and so there's no competition.
So it's like we have our distractions that are like fine,
yeah,
but then we come to meet whenever we meet.
Right.
Like, yeah. So
there's no way I could ever be in a long-term there's no way I could ever be in a long-term relationship with a guy who I was constantly competing with. I could not do that.
But why would you be competing with them if you loved them? I understand.
Like it wouldn't get that far. We'd break up.
But I'm saying but why are you competing with them?
Because he wouldn't be able to let me be great. That's exactly the point I'm making.
No, but okay. Well, I guess like I'm hearing you, but I guess like to me, like if a dude's competing with you, he probably doesn't even like you. Like, because to me,
I don't know about that.
No, because there's a difference between like competing and pushing each other to be great.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Like when you're saying,
but that's like support. Like
so when you're saying competing,
different.
It sounds to me like all he's trying to do is outshine you.
Right.
Which to me then means that he doesn't actually like you.
Oh well, I would agree with you, but I think that there are a lot of people who do find themselves thinking that they want to be in that type of a situation and they shouldn't be.
That might be true.
You know what I mean? Like take me right now, what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If I was saying to you, like, I need a guy who's like super at the top, I need a CEO. No, I don't. I'm the CEO. Like, if we're both CEOs, yeah, there's going to naturally be competition. It might not be on the surface. It might not be us actively arguing or actively blah, blah, blah. But like no, unless it's so different, unless it's completely different things,
we would never compare it.
Then it wouldn't be. Yeah, then it's not anything. Like Rihanna with her billionaire Saudi oil guy. Like he has no desire to be in the spotlight whatsoever.
Yeah. He's cool.
So that can work, even though they broke up. But like theoretically, that can work.
You know why he didn't want me in the spotlight is because that A-Rap money is not always legit.
Right,
so,
right.
He's out here.
But you see what I mean about like it's so far enough away that there isn't that natural competition there. Whereas if it's like if you're somebody who's like I don't know, a celebrity chef, no way, it wouldn't work. We'd compete for the spotlight. In our own relationship, we'd compete for the spotlight.
Yeah, no, it is always interesting seeing like less in like certain relationships, but like in like sports, seeing like two athletes dating. Mm-hmm. I feel like it doesn't really continue very long because
I mean,
I guess traditional sense because there are plenty of like lesbian or gay couples in sports that are fine, like they're great. Like shout out Megan Rapinoe and Tuber, they're great. But like
heterosexual couples,
they don't normally seem to because of some of that. I'm sure there's like a level of that competitive thing that you're talking about that even if they don't consciously bring it up, like they're not actually trying to outshine you, it does sit there.
And then you look at like Serena Williams and what's his name, Reddick guy. Owanian.
Oh, yeah.
That works because
Because
he's like kind of behind the scenes guy, but he's got a fuck ton of
Yeah,
money.
he's got great money, but his thing, like,
But
he'll
he doesn't-
never try to go into her world.
Like, yeah, and he like resigned his job to raise their kids so she could go be a tennis star. Like, that's the guy I need, right? Like,
Legend,
like
yeah.
that's the guy I need who's gonna fucking let me be great.
A rich guy is gonna just
To quote Jay-Z, "Let me be great." Okay, like this is the list. So my list is very, very different than what most people's list is.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I still think...
or the other side of just like I said, like you're just fun and we're gonna fuck a lot and
yeah, which is fine. You got your like our Friends with Benefit Plus, like
right.
you know we got Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus.
Right.
You got a Friends with Benefit Plus.
Exactly.
Like that's what you're out here talking about.
But not like I said, not every guy that I meet or match with or whatever I'm evaluating in this way because I'm not as invested as some people are in finding something immediately for the long haul.
That's actually funny that you bring up the guys that you match with or whatever, because I will say the other thing about the love at first sight, it's real. I think it's almost impossible, but I won't say it's impossible. Yeah, to see someone on the app and be like, wifey material, I'm in love. Bah! Like, I feel like it's got to be an in-person thing. Like, I don't think you can at first sight it like that and be like, yeah. Like, you can imagine some scenarios because you're making up all of these additional things that you don't know about the person. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with the app, it's almost impossible to just the app do the love at first sight thing. Because then you end up getting catfish and doing the whole thing and be a Manti Te'o shout out. So
I agree. Yeah, that's so funny.
I
agree. Now, I agree particularly because like I have thought like, oh, this guy's perfect, and then he literally opens his mouth, and I'm like, oh no, just
like,
kidding.
Guy could.
but I would say like huge asterisk like. I'm just more and more disenfranchised with these fucking apps. So like it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, you can find love on the app.
Because you hate all these guys.
Not even that. It's just I'm starting to really think like I'm starting to get really pissed off at these apps. They be sectioning off all the guys that the algorithm tells the app that I will like.
And it's right. And the algorithm is right, by the way.
Yeah, and it's right. Giving me one like per week. Yeah. And it's just like I can't stand people wasting my fucking time. So it's like there's these apps that it's like you're fucking with me. I'm pissed. Like
these free apps that you pay $0 for.
I find myself more and more just like swiping through, and it's not even that I'm mad at the guys or like bad about anything. I'm mad at the app itself. Like I'm just like you're fucking with me, and I know it. Like God damn it.
Well, no, that's like
give a bitch a picture she likes to see, please.
Well, you know, Vegas can't be choosing.
I don't want to see your fucking hunting pictures. I don't want to see your.
You know he's got protection skills.
Dogs
might be a
God.
marksman.
The dog pic, the baby pic. Oh, just on and on, just swiping left.
Baby pic's not a good move, but you know.
And I don't mean to sound like a fucking total bitch, but like it's just like, dude, like, I don't know. I think I'm just in the wrong city. I need to move.
Go back to L.A., Queen.
No, not L.A. That's even worse.
Go back to L.A., Queen. Go ahead, take over. Take over the city. You're going to have to get...
Yeah, literally, I come over here every week, and every day I tell you, I can't stand these people that are like, just grinding it out, man. Gotta grind this out. I got big things coming. Stay tuned.
New week.
That's like
same message. Let's go. Fire it up. All right.
That's every person in LA. That's every person in LA. Every person. You meet up with somebody. It's like people in LA. They go on hikes, and I say hikes in air quotes because it's not a real hike. It's more a be seen moment. And so they go on these hikes, and like first of all, they're in full makeup and full like looking like little fire in the streets.
Yeah.
Which is fine, like whatever. But you'll go up to them and be like, hey, good to see you. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm so great. I've never been better, honestly. Like, things are really clicking for me. Meantime, they're completely depressed and like on Xanax. Like, it's like, no, this is all just super, oh my God.
It's because they're looking for their love at first sight and they haven't seen it. All they've seen is
and then if you're like, oh yeah, didn't get a call back for that audition. Like, just the grind is getting to me. It's tough. You know, it's I know I'll feel better next week, but they're like,
are you okay?
I gotta not are you okay?
Oh,
not
okay.
are you okay? Like back up. Don't get your sad vibes on me.
Negativity spirits.
I can't.
Be gone. Be gone.
I gotta go. Sorry, I have to go pick up my dog from the groomer. Gotta go. Bye.
I can't wait to
Dude,
get you
it's
back
terrible.
out to. Yeah, you need to get back out to LA. That's what it sounds like.
All vacation there. Vacationing there is fucking fun. You spend money, you party. There's lots to do, lots to see, lots to eat. It's great. Living there is the worst fucking thing ever.
Well, when you become Miss Popular, Miss CEO, that's out here throwing these dudes away, like
Yeah, true. Miss CEO.
you're probably gonna. That's one of the places you might unfortunately just have to suck it up.
Oh,
so.
I already am. Yeah,
So
I already know that.
So you moved on from that. All right, that's fine. No, you got to start being nicer to these guys in the apps because I really think you.
No, I am being nice to
could,
guys in the apps. I am.
You could be the one to break my thing about the love at first sight in the app.
True, yeah, because I know what I
really
look
think
for.
you could because you're so specific, so particular. Some might call it picky. I want to be nice. Co-host, we cool. Particular that, there might be somebody that you're just like, yo, fits everything. Let's just hope that his voice doesn't suck.